In a house filled with unsettling memories and whispers of the past, Ellea feels haunted by a presence that challenges her sense of home. Sitting by her window enjoying the breeze and the ambience of a busy town, Ellea allowed herself to start daydreaming. Years ago, she and her family moved to a house on Palms Avenue in Washington. As she sits by the window filled with nostalgia, she realizes how much she misses her family. A career as a government agent while being on assignment can do that from time to time. The sounds of Freddy's bar and grill and the ambience of a small town begin to fade away. As they unload boxes, Ellea sighs, "I can't believe we're leaving New York." Her mother replies, "Change can be good, Ellea. Just give it time." Ellea observes her sisters saying, "So, what's the plan for everyone now?" Laura smiles, "I'm off to college soon. You'll see, it's exciting." Ellea's father says, "You know, sweetheart, I'd love to see you in law school one day." Ellea hesitates, replying, "Yeah, but what if I want something different?" In a quiet moment with her boyfriend Edward, Ellea confides, "I love forensics. Solving mysteries feels like my calling." Edward grins, "Then you should chase that dream." Ellea looks at the house and mutters, "It's beautiful, but something feels off." Tanya laughs, "You're just tired. It'll grow on you." As they explore, Ellea's dad beams, "Can you believe how spacious this place is?" Tanya replies, "I can't wait to decorate my room." Ellea whispers to herself as she unpacks, "No, it's just a house. Nothing to worry about." Her little brother Michael peeks in. "Are you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost." Ellea jokes, thinking aloud, "Maybe I am seeing things." She thought about the old woman's grin, and it lingers in her mind as she shakes her head. "Get it together, Ellea." Michael turns to go downstairs. While unpacking, Ellea feels a presence behind her. She thinks of the mysterious old woman that she saw standing in her bedroom doorway earlier. Turning to face her, Ellea gasps, "Where did she go?" She glances back, half expecting to see the old woman again, murmuring, "This is crazy." Ellea smiles at her new room but says softly, "It's peaceful, yet why do I feel like I'm being watched?" She shakes her head, trying to dispel the thought. Looking out the window, Ellea comments, "It's so lively out there. Why can't I feel that joy?" She sighs, wishing for a sense of belonging. Feeling a chill, Ellea whispers, "Please tell me I'm just imagining things." Her heart races as she feels the weight of someone behind her. A voice calls, "So, Ellea, how do you like your room now?" She gasps, "Who's there?" Her mind races, terrified of the answer. Seeing Tanya, Ellea exclaims, "Oh gosh, you scared me." Tanya laughs, "What's with the jump? I thought you were just being dramatic." Tanya raises an eyebrow. "Seriously, what's bothering you? You look like you've seen a ghost." Ellea replies, "It's just, this house feels off, you know?" Ellea chuckles nervously. "I might just think you're a witch in disguise." Tanya grins. "If I was, I'd have a lot more fun than this." Ellea recalls, "I swear I saw an old woman in my doorway. She just stood there, grinning." Tanya's smile fades. "Are you serious? That's creepy." As silence envelops them, Ellea whispers, "Why is it so quiet? Did you hear that?" Tanya glances around. "No, but now I'm starting to feel uneasy too." In horror, Ellea breathes out, "Tanya, is that you?" Tanya begins to contort and changes into the creepy old woman. The old woman points at Ellea and responds, "You've been deceased for a long time. You're stuck haunting this house forever." Ellea gasps, "What do you mean? This can't be real." Ellea wakes up and realizes she's just had a nightmare.
Get it together, Ellea.
Honey, are you ready? We're running late.
It was all just a dream, but what's the meaning of it?
Turns out that Ellea's nightmare would go without any answers for a long time. Now, sitting at her window enjoying the breeze, Ellea thought of how seeing that man standing across the street from Freddy's bar and grill staring up at her was beginning to weigh on her. Looking down at her phone, she thought it might be best to call her sister Tanya and catch up on old times, especially since they all seem to be a long way from Palms Avenue in Washington. Could the old woman she had a nightmare about years ago have anything to do with the stranger who seems to be from her past? Somehow, she just can't seem to place him.
I enjoyed last night and was wondering if you would go out with me again tonight.
How did you know that I was just thinking the same thing? Of course, I want to see you again.
While standing in her closet pulling rack after rack of dresses aside to try one on, Elton goes on about having a surprise for her later. Then that's when it happened. Suddenly the aroma of a Gurkha cigar reaches her nostrils. Ellea stops cold.
He's here.
Elton stops talking. Silence on the other end of the line.
Are you sure it's him?
Yeah, I can smell that freaking cigar.
Could it be from Freddy's downstairs?
I know that cigar scent anywhere and it's expensive. I don't know too many of Freddy's regulars who could afford to buy and smoke $1 million cigar, do you?
I'm on my way. Don't leave and lock the doors and windows until I get there. If Freddy's downstairs, call him if you need to.
Turning to walk to her door to make sure that it's locked. She quickly glances over and notices that she did leave her window slightly open earlier just before Elton called. Reaching up to pull on her necklace was a natural reflex to respond to the quiet knock at her door.
Who is it?
Silence. Ellea waited until she heard Freddy's voice on the other end, asking her to open the door.
Ellea, it's Freddy. I want you to meet someone. It'll only be a minute.
With a sigh of relief, Ellea tucks her necklace into the collar of her blouse. As she opens the door, Ellea is greeted by two people, Freddy and a woman. Keeping a smiling poker face and playing along, Ellea immediately notices the woman and is surprised when Freddy introduces her as his lady.
Hey, Ellea, I want you to meet my lady Harper. She's from New Orleans, and she came here to visit. Ellea is one of my favorite customers. Yeah, she and her fiancé are good people.
Extending her hand with a nod, Ellea looks at Harper and recognizes her from last night, wondering why she was with a man who likes to smoke very expensive Gurkha cigars only to end up here standing next to Freddy the very next day. As if that's normal for her. Maybe it is. But what is she up to? Ellea let that float around in her head as she greeted Harper.
Harper. That's a pretty name. So how did you and Freddy meet?
Well, it's a long story, you know.